Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, this is a much requested video. I'm going to be reading on the Laci Peterson case. Now, for those of you who are unaware, it was a big case in 2002. Laci, who was 27 years old, 26 or 27. I apologize if I get that wrong. She was 8 months pregnant, due on February 10th. On Christmas Eve, she went missing. Christmas Eve day, she went missing, according to her husband. Her husband said he was out fishing all day, and there's controversy about that. He told some people he was golfing. He told some people he was fishing. He does have proof that he was fishing where he was. He has a receipt, I guess, for the docking or something. And she just disappeared into thin air. She was 8 months pregnant, like I said, due February 10th. So this is Christmas Eve day, December 24th. Apparently they said goodbye to each other in the morning, and she had some stuff to do, take the dog for a walk, get ready for Christmas, etc., etc. And he said, well, I'm going to go golfing. He decided the weather was too cold, and he changed his mind. He went fishing in a boat that he had in his warehouse that he hadn't told anybody about. There was a lot of other sketchy things. So, of course, who do they look at first is the husband. Apparently, they really only had circumstantial evidence. They couldn't find Laci's body. There was, the reward was up to $500,000 for information leading to her whereabouts, and hundreds of thousands of people, not hundreds of thousands of people helped search for her to no avail. Christmas came and went, New Year's came and went, baby's due date came and went, and whatnot. And finally, in April 2003, somebody walking their dog found the remains of a baby. And so called the police, and the police looked around, and they found the torso of an obviously recently pregnant lady. Her head was missing. Her arms were missing. All of her organs except her uterus was missing. So they wonder if they still to this day didn't know if she gave birth to the baby or the baby came out after she washed ashore. Parts of her legs were missing as well. And the body and the baby were identified as Laci. They knew they were having a boy, and they named the boy Connor. So, of course, they arrested the husband. To this day, he states he is innocent. He was initially sentenced to death, and he appealed that, and he got life without parole. And to this day, he tried to get the Innocence Project on his case. He says he's innocent. He didn't do this. But here's the twist. He had a girlfriend on the side, and he told the girlfriend that he was actually a widower, that his wife had died. Tower, chaos, or in a building. Chaos. So that was a precursor to motive for murder, so that he could be with this new girlfriend. And that girlfriend wasn't the only one that he had extramarital affairs with Laci. And according to all their friends and everybody, they were the perfect couple, and they were all shocked when all of this happened. All right, so let's ask the cards. First thing I'm going to ask the cards is Scott Peterson, Laci's husband. Is he part of this, or is he innocent? So let's see what I'm using the investigation deck by Trish James. Waiting for her predictions deck. Can't wait. Okay, cards are ready. Okay, what do they say? Fight, conflict, argument. It's not a good start. Guilty. Oh my Lord. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Wow. Magician, dark ritual. He said there were Satanists in the area, and that's who did it. I am safe now. Aw. Poor girl. Two crimes connected. Well, yes. Actually, because of this crime, it's now called the Laci and Connor bill or law. It went into law. And Laci's mother actually saw when it was made into a law that when you commit a crime against a pregnant mother, the child that's inside the mother, they can now charge them with a separate crime. So rather than just murder for his wife and who happened to be pregnant, he actually got murder for the wife and murder for his son. So two crimes connected. So that was the outcome of that trial, that they can now, if you murder a pregnant lady, you actually have two murder charges, which is amazing. I love that. Dark ritual. I wonder if he was involved in a dark ritual. Like, why decapitate her? Why cut off her arms? Why? Apparently sorry, I skipped over a big important part. So they think he took her out in the boat, tied some anchors to her, and threw her overboard. But why without her head? Why without her arms? Why all her organs except the uterus? Maybe. So I wonder with this dark ritual, I wonder if he was involved in that. Drugs, alcohol, or blood. Guilty. Now, I don't believe he was on any kind of drugs or alcohol, but I'm now wondering about his character with this dark ritual, this magician. Tunnel or underground? Yeah, she was put under the water. Something was seen. Something was seen. Yeah, you know what? They said she took the dog for a walk. If you look, you see that. And they found the dog just running around with his leash on. So maybe somebody saw who let the dog out. Something was seen. Something was seen. So that would be a neighbor watching all of that. Tied or restrained. Yeah. Staged, set up, framed. Interesting, that's almost the same as that. Staged, set up, or... Well, I think he staged the whole thing. His demeanor, and they have it all on record, was really weird. You know, you see husbands and they're crying and they're like, please, whoever has her, let her go or whatever. He didn't do any of that. He didn't help pass out flyers. And interesting, he just called people and said she's missing. How did he know she was missing? He called, right? You call a friend, oh, is she there? No, okay, maybe she's out shopping. Call another friend, oh, is she there? No, okay, maybe she's out shopping. Why did he go to missing immediately? I'm wondering too if this was staged with the dog. This is on that one. Tied or restrained. So yeah, so she was tied as she was thrown overboard. DNA evidence. Yes, there was. They found a hair. Now you have to remember, Laci did not know anything about this boat at all. He kept this boat secret. He had a secret kind of little warehouse. And they found a string of her hair on some pliers. So the DNA evidence is showing, this is telling me, so it's showing us that the DNA evidence is solid. The DNA evidence is solid. And that was part of was it the Innocent Project or an appeal or something, that the DNA process was wrong or something. And they did it twice and it came out. Twice it was hers. Plus the DNA, they had to do DNA to confirm it was her and Connor. They did DNA that way. Now look at this. The devil, narcissist, torture, rage. And we have this is the devil. Plus we have the magician here. I think this was some kind of, interesting that he mentioned, there's a satanic group in the area. And he maintains they're the ones who took her. That he had nothing, that's the part of his innocence, is that he didn't take her. I'm wondering now, did he pay the Satanists to take her? Because one of the things the Satanists will do is take the head. The head is there's the latest unsolved mysteries about that. And arms and hands especially mean something. And of course the organs, especially the heart. And interesting they didn't take the uterus, though. Maybe that's because the baby was in there. And they don't have a lot to do with legs. So he may have, perhaps he sold her to the Satanists, because they'll buy a body. Funeral directors in the States, it's a big thing going on in the States. So yeah, there was some kind of fight, but guilty. He is guilty. So deeply involved or water. Well, there she is. She's in the water. She was in the water. Hangman's, delays or sacrifice. She was sacrificed at night. The lovers, there he wanted to be with his lover. He wanted to be with his lover. Look at this. Deal organized. Deal organized. I think he made a deal with the devil and said, okay, I'm not going to be home. I'll leave the back door open. Cannot see clearly. She was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. Now, interestingly enough, a lot of the evidence is circumstantial, and that's what he keeps doing his appeals on. Missing piece. Wonder what's missing. Media or social media. Web of lies. Well, we know that. Stranger unknown to me. She was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. Crime of opportunity. So you know what? He may be innocent of actually doing the deed, but I don't think he's innocent of taking her and dumping her in the bay. And he drove 90 miles away, and that's the bay she was found in. So I think she was kidnapped. And missing piece, web of lies, media or social media. There might be a clue in some of the media and social media that was done there. Now you have to remember, there really wasn't social media in 2002, 2003, 2004. Facebook didn't come around till 2007, but there were chat boards. And I'm wondering if this person who saw something, like went on a chat board or something, because there's a missing piece here. There's a missing piece, and media or social media, or maybe like a cameraman was filming something and he doesn't realize he has, that film is, that those videos are now 20 years old. I don't know if they keep them that long. There's a missing piece in the media, or somebody has something on film, a picture, on video. And you have to also remember, videos and pictures on phones weren't that big back then. That didn't start till Apple came out. What was it, in 06, 07? BlackBerry, you could do a little bit, not a lot. But we did have, sunny way back then, we did have digital cameras, and a lot of people had digital cameras. So I'm wondering if somebody has something on their film somehow, or a picture, and they don't realize that it's a clue, that it's evidence. I think the missing piece is that she was kidnapped. I think that might be somewhat of a clue that he said the Satanists have gotten her. But I think he set it up that they could come and kidnap her. Okay, I'm not going to be home. You know, she's going to be out walking the dog. So yeah, you don't even have to break into the house. She'll be out walking the dog at 9 o'clock. As soon as you see my truck back out of the driveway, you know she's walking the dog. And I wonder if this is something was seen. There she is walking the dog. Somebody saw something. Maybe somebody saw a vehicle drive up and talk to her, and they don't realize, or a lot of people don't want to get involved. They don't want to get involved. A lot of people. They're like, no, don't know anything. Leave me alone. Crime of opportunity. I think he just doesn't have the skills to clean up a body like that. There was no blood in the boat, so she was taken somewhere else. And you know, it's interesting. He left the house at 9. He was 90 miles away, but he didn't get to the dock till noon. So I don't know. Is that reasonable? Or did he stop somewhere and pick something up? And that's what he put the anchor to. You know, that makes sense. If you hook the anchor on the bag rather than on her, eventually the bag breaks open due to pressure and whatnot. And then the torso and with the baby can float to the top and are found on the beach. Versus if he put the anchors directly on the body, that would keep the body down. I think we figured something out here, guys. I think we figured something out here. So he might be innocent in the fact that he didn't actually commit the crime. Well, it's 2 crimes connected. So, no, he's not innocent. Don't get me wrong, but watch his wording. Watch his wording on the media, on things that he said. There's something recorded that is evidence that they may not realize it because we got the missing piece here and cannot see clearly. But this stranger unknown to me, yeah, she was kidnapped and then sacrificed. It says right here, deal organized. Look at that. That's almost like a deal with that devil hand right there. So he could be with his lover. And then he's also not lying to her. He is a widow. Yeah. Okay. So there's that question. I don't know if I have any other questions. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any other questions. That was just it. Let's ask quickly, will they ever discover the second party? 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 Judgment, harsh sentence. Oh, I have to plug in. I just realized that. Hang on. I don't want to lose this recording. This was a good one. There. Wow, that was close. I left that there so you could see I didn't touch it. Judgment, harsh sentence. I am safe now. Hostage or trade. Well-funded operation. There she is. That's, hostage or trade. Did not go to plan. Well, obviously because she was found. I don't think they'll ever be discovered. We've got a well-funded operation here. Fight, contact, argument. They were fighting. They were fighting. Unaware of surroundings, hostage or trade. Yeah, this is her being kidnapped. Tower, chaos in a building, well-funded. So something, and it did not go to plan. So something did not go to plan with this kidnapping or whatever. Because we're asking about the second party. We're not asking. There is a connection. So there is some kind of connection. He does have a connection with this group. Now, he was able to hide up to 3 extramarital affairs, and they were only married 4 years. Together, 5. So what else was he hiding? Oh, the devil. There is a connection with this Satanist group. Running out of time. Is there a dark web or recorded dark web? Well, we didn't have the dark web back then. But again, we have something recorded. I'm wondering if they have something on him so that they've recorded him somehow, that if he squeals on them, they've got the evidence, etc., etc. Yeah, it did not go to plan that he got a harsh sentence. He wanted to be with his lover. But there's something recorded. There's some kind of evidence. And maybe that's what this running out of time is all about. That maybe the media, after 20 years, they destroy things or, archive them or something. Or maybe the person who was involved, the second person, maybe they're dying, for example. But yeah, dark web or record. These were dark people he was dealing with. He, instead of dark web, maybe he went to some of those, back then we had forums. Lots and lots of bulletin boards and forums that everybody would discuss things with each other. And those kind of went away to a certain degree, well, mostly after social media came along. But you'd join your favorite group and there'd be all kinds of different, you'd chat with other people and whatnot. And that's where, I'm sure there were some dark forums back then as well. I don't think the dark web was a thing back then. It could have been. I'm awfully naive that way. But you have to remember the web itself would have only been, I think it came out in 96. So 7 or 8 years old. He could have found them on the dark web. But I think there's somebody has some kind of recorded information. Well, when you get the devil twice, and I think we have a hit. I really do. Poor girl, honestly, poor girl. And apparently she was like such a great gal and had a lot of friends and was always happy and just such a sin. That's all you can say, such a sin. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.